For a while.
Just Lena for introducing amendments.
Whoop your.
Are we ready? Are we live?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Welcome to Senate Education. It is Thursday, April 28th, 2:04. Ms. St. James, our plan today is to take a look at H727, hopefully vote it, and then review S100, universal meals that the House sent over. And that is on our agenda. Those are the two items on our agenda. After we hear from you, we'll then have Rep. Grady and Rep. Cooper in to talk to us about the work they did on S100, and then we'll hear have a walkthrough. And Daphne, do you have S100 for us to look at?
We do.
Okay, we'll do that in a bit. Thanks. Ms. St. James, thanks for being with us. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Beth, oh, hold on. Something's happening. My camera's failing. I'm getting a message. Can you at least hear me?
Yes, yeah.
I'm getting a message that my camera's failing. Do you want me to just come down there or talk without video? I don't know how to
What do
fix
you
this
want to do?
quickly.
It's up to you, whatever you want to do.
Why don't we see if this is effective, and if it's not effective, I'm happy
Sounds
to
good.
come down.
Okay,
So we're starting with H727, correct?
that's right.
Okay. Again, Beth St. James, Office of Legislative Counsel. The draft before you is 4.1 with the date of 4/27 on it. Is everyone on the same draft?
Yes.
Okay. So the only change or the change from yesterday is to section 7, which previously said if you have started the withdrawal process, but all the towns within the Union School District had not ratified a vote to withdraw, then you have to go back to go. You have to start all over. And so this section, new section 7,
I'm sorry.
can you hear me? We're on page 169.
Thank you.
Starts at the very top on line 1 with section 7. There's a new section heading for, it says withdrawal proposals, no final ratification vote. And so the yellow highlighting is new language that we need to walk through. And you'll notice that there's a lot of language in this new section that's not highlighted, and that's because it was just taken from section 6 above it.
Okay.
So the application of this section only applies to a union district where the voters voted to form it. That's lines 8 and 9, where a vote in the petitioning town to approve a withdrawal proposal was warned to occur on or before June 1st, 2022. And the voters of each of the other towns within the Union District have not voted whether to ratify the withdrawal proposal prior to the effective date of this section, or if they each voted, but the votes are not final prior to the effective date. So I believe that would sweep in Starksboro.
Okay.
So on line 16 on page 169, this is contemplating that there has been a vote warned and likely has taken place very quickly thereafter by the petitioning town. So subsection B says the vote of the other towns within the Union District. If the voters in the petitioning town vote to approve withdrawal, then within 90 days after the town clerks in the other towns within the Union District receive notice from the Secretary of State pursuant to the former 16 VSA 724B, which is the current withdrawal statute. And that process of the other town clerks receiving notice from the Secretary of State is current law. That's the current withdrawal process. Then the voters of the other towns within the Union District shall vote whether to ratify the proposal. The question shall be determined by Australian ballot and shall proceed pursuant to section 3 of this act. And that's just detailing how the election would proceed. And the ballots shall not be commingled because we need to know which town voted up or down. So on page 170, line 5, vote not to ratify withdrawal. If a majority of the voters in one or more towns within the Union District do not vote in favor of withdrawal, then the proposed withdrawal shall not occur. That's current law, and that is what would happen in H727 as well. The voters residing in any town within the Union District may initiate new withdrawal procedures pursuant to the process set forth in Section 3 of this Act. So that's the new withdrawal process. If everyone votes in favor of the withdrawal, so if a majority of the voters in all towns within the Union District vote in favor of withdrawal, then the withdrawal process shall proceed pursuant to subsections C through E of this section. And then C starts on line 13, page 170, and it goes through. It's the same process as section 6. So the self-selected representatives have to come up with a report and a plan within 30 days after the ratification votes are final.
Okay.
The report has to contain the information spelled out here. And again, it's the same as in section 6. And the plan as well. And then on subsection D on line 13 of page 172, the state board reviews that plan and has to issue a determination of preparedness within 90 days following receipt of the report and plan, unless the self-selected representatives agree to an extension of the deadline. We don't know what any of these timelines are going to be. We don't know if there's been a vote warned, that date, we might know that date, but we don't know if anyone's going to ask for a reconsideration. We don't know when the ratifying votes may take place and even when they take place. So all of the timelines you see in this section are just are tied to an event happening as a trigger. And then it's the same analysis. If the state board deems that preparedness looks likely, then they approve the withdrawal and make any other motions or take any other actions necessary to allow the withdrawal to continue forward. And if the state board deems that preparedness is unlikely, then they shall declare the petitioning town's proposal to withdraw denied, and the petitioning town shall remain a town within the Union District. And if the voters residing in any town within the Union District want to initiate a new withdrawal, they would have to do so under new law should this act pass. And then there is a provision, subsection F on page 176 is just the same provision that appears in section 6 and section 5. And that's just making this section applicable as well to a Union Elementary or Union High School district that fits this fact pattern. And then the repeal, there is a repeal here, is same in sections 4, 5, and 6. On page 177, the repeal date here is July 1, 2025. And that's it for the new section 7.
Okay. One comment. No, I think committee. I don't know if it's a good sign or not, but emails have seemed to have
Subsided.
dwindled. Different conversations have been had in and outside of the building. Senator Purcell has touched base with Addison folks.
There might be an amendment.
Which I think is at this point, the way to proceed is if the senators from Addison County have an amendment, I think, to hold this now, I'm looking mostly at Senator Purcell since the big part of his new district is connected to this. So unless you want to wait. For
No, I told him to go ahead because I think it'll be friendly
I
amendment.
think it will be friendly from what I've seen as well.
We can do it on the floor or
Okay.
How long is it?
the amendment.
Yeah,
It's not for me, it's
Oh.
the senators from Madison County.
yeah,
I have a
no,
couple
but
other.
how long is the amendment, do you know? Is it, it's like a big chunk
What,
No,
for
it's
it?
on the study about closures is one of the issues.
Oh, okay.
They want some different language there, and then they wanted to clarify that
I'm sorry.
some closures don't need a vote, like if there's PCVs found in the, which we might already be allowed by statute, but they
Yeah.
wanted to clarify that.
Yeah.
So I think it was only around the closures.
Oh, so that's not gonna influence the timing and the voting?
I don't know.
No, yeah. Any other questions or comments? I think Senator Persico and I will do this bill on the floor together unless there's someone else who would like to do part of it.
Jim wants to do Chuck.
If you need help, you know,
Oh, thank you.
Senator Terrence is.
That's right.
Nice, nice.
I do just about anything Jenny Lyons asked me to do.
I know, so would I, except.
And after you finish, I'm gonna stand up.
Okay. Okay, so we're looking at draft 4.1 of House Bill 727. Do I see a motion to either approve or
Move it.
moved by Senator Lyons, House Bill 727, draft 4.1. Committee, any discussion or final questions? None. Senator Persick, if you please call the roll.
Senator Chittenden,
Yes.
Senator Hooker,
Yes.
Senator Lyons,
Yes,
Senator Persick votes yes, Senator Terrenzini,
Yes.
Senator Campion,
Votes yes. Thank you.
6-0-0.
Really?
Do you mind bringing it up?
Oh, I need a clean,
Yeah.
non-highlighted.
Ms.
copy.
St. James, would you provide us with a clean copy?
Yes, absolutely.
And Senator Persick will bring it up, and he and I will both share this on Tuesday.
And then tomorrow's 4:54.
So tomorrow is 4:56. And on that issue, I'm not foreseeing any problems. The only thing I did ask Senator Hooker to do, and she has agreed to, is just explain when she gets to the section around the trustees, just to make a point that this was an area of, we weren't unanimous, basically. We weren't unanimous on this. This was something, but the majority of the committee felt this way, because what will happen, unless I'm wrong, Senator White does want to divide the question. I suspect Senator Lyons and I will likely vote, well, I don't want to speak for you. Yeah, I'll likely vote to remove that section, and I just don't want people caught off guard in any way. And I want the committee to
Removed it, what do you mean?
To divide.
I think what she's gonna do is say, can we vote on that part separately?
Yeah,
And I think what she's gonna do, I could be wrong, I think she's gonna say, can we get rid of the first look amendment?
you mean not get rid of it, just vote on whether, that would be her amendment, like separate it?
I think no, I have not spoken with her,
Right.
or in any conversation I've had with her, she keeps saying, I'd like to divide the question. So I think the way she'll divide the question is, she'll ask senators to vote on the Pershlik amendment, I don't need to,
Yeah, I know.
separately,
Section 2.
yeah.
But if it goes up, then, but it's just a yes, no vote, it's not like to remove it, or, because if it votes no, then that's the equivalent of removing.
Right.
So she will ask to have it removed.
Well, isn't that the same, of just saying, can we vote on it separately, and if it votes down, it's removed?
then it's gone.
Yeah, but you don't have to say, I want it removed, you just say, let's vote on it separately.
Oh, right, yeah,
And then you
I
have another
suspect
vote.
she'll get up and say why. And I think when she does that, she'll say, I'd like to vote on it because she doesn't agree with that.
Yeah.
That's all, yeah. Is everybody comfortable with that? Yes.
Do we bring things to the floor that don't have enough votes? Like, could this fail on the floor? Personal amendment?
I don't think it will,
Good.
but it
Has it
could.
happened? I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've seen things happen on the floor. Yeah, yeah.
Well, if she divides the question, and if she
And
divides,
I don't think, she's not trying to do, I think she's been very open about it. I
yeah,
think,
she doesn't support it, and so the second
so we'll
vote,
vote on that
and so
section
if that
separately.
part of it is voted on, it's out of the bill.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but I looked around the room today. I don't think it will be, and I don't know how, I'm not talking to people, but I suspect, because I want to respect the committee's process, but I suspect the state colleges and UVM and
Calling.
others are.
You should ask Brandy if you could talk tomorrow morning at the Republican caucus.
You hear 7:30?
You gotta be here at 7:30.
I
I don't think it'll help.
think this is gonna be, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't, so I just want to make sure you're comfortable,
With what?
well, with what I just said,
Oh,
in
yeah,
general,
yeah, no,
not just with life. I mean,
I assume that.
you doing okay today?
Yeah.
Been
a rough morning.
And that you're comfortable with that. Yeah, okay. Yes, no, I know, I just want to make sure it's,
Okay.
I'm too much of a chair that just makes everybody, wants to make sure everybody's happy.
Okay.
I'm like that health and welfare chair.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever happy.
They are,
Oh
they
my
are.
God, it's just like
Okay.
pulling teeth in there.
So Daphne, would you let our House members know that we will hear from them at 2:30?
Yeah.
So we'll pick up S100 at
My
2:30.
apologies for writing on your agenda.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go, we're not gonna do anything. Would you take us offline?